And welcome back, YouTube. This is Booster Box Buster here with another Wildcard Wednesday. Today's video is going to be quite a bit different, as I'm going to share with you how I sort and organize the trading cards I get after I open a booster box, just to kind of see the process of how I break it down, sort it, and organize it. The first thing I do as I open the packs, any holo cards or any rare cards, I put in their own pile. So I got ultra rare, rare, and the promo box topper. For Universal Fighting System in particular, I always put aside the character cards because they are the heart and soul of the card game. And they make it a lot easier to sort later if you put them all aside into one pile. Now, each card game is going to be a lot different. Universal Fighting System is going to be much different than the sorting of Pokemon, than the sorting of Magic, than the sorting of Yu-Gi-Oh! So this is going to work specifically for Jasco era Universal Fighting System trading cards. And if you guys will be interested in seeing a possible Yu-Gi-Oh! Breakdown of this in the future, please let me know that in the comments down below. So before I even begin to touch the cards, I do this before every booster box opening, and before I do any card sorting like this, I first wash and dry my hands thoroughly. You do not want to get any pizza stains, any Cheeto stains, any sort of food product on your cards. That is a no-no. And the second thing, you want to make sure to dry your hands thoroughly after you wash them, because you don't want any moisture to be getting on those cards either. That will also lead to long-term damage of the cards. So with that out of the way, I'm going to share with you how specifically Universal Fighting System breaks down, and how an easy way I found to sort the particular product. Alright, so first up, we're going to sort all the character cards into a certain pile. Zhengzhou down here. Zalazimel after Zhengzhou. Siegfried. Ivy. Oh wow, I forgot how many characters with lower letters in their title exist in this card game. Alright, so that's going to be a general breakdown. There are more characters that I did not pull, but that's going to be a good base start for the set. Now, how Universal Fighting System breaks it down compared to other card games. Universal Fighting System orders all of its cards by character, their items, their attacks, and so on and so forth. So, you'll have this character and all of his attacks, items, and so on and so forth, all in a row. So this guy, so you want to get all of Chrome's cards together. You want to get all of Ivy's cards together. Nightmare, Siegfried, Sofita, Taki. You want to get all their cards together first. So then I will go through a pile. I'll take a fair stack of cards, not huge, but fair enough where I can hold it easily, but I don't want to be fumbling it either, just to get a good start. So this one is a bit tough to tell right away if it's a Taki card or if it's an Ivy card. So then I will go to Ivy. Ivy is number 10, this is number 70, so this is clearly a Taki card. Yeah, 73, this card is 76, so very close to each other, so that is clearly a Taki card. That's Maxi. Do we have a Maxi? We do not have a Maxi, so we will start a separate pile for Maxi over here. This is, I believe, this is Nightmare, is your Nightmare, so that should be Nightmare, right? We will double check. 4654, that's pretty close, so we will put it together for now. Zalazamel. That is Siegfried. Chrome. Another maxi card. Chrome. Zalazamel. Siegfried. Chrome. Yoshimitsu, one of my favorite characters from the Soul Calibur series. Is that Cassandra? No, that is Sophitia. I wasn't sure if Cassandra was in the set or not. So this is just a very easy way for me to go through, sort the cards. Is that... Oh, that's Keelik. I did not pull a Keelik, so that will be going right there. Who's that? I think that's Keelik as well. Siegfried. So, no, his name's Nightmare. So yeah, this is probably the easiest way to do it. Just sort it by character type, because then you'll have all the cards right together, make it a lot easier to go through. I did not pull Mitsurugi either, did I? I did not. That's a bit unfortunate. He's a really cool character. So yeah, this is just kind of an easy way for me to sort through stuff. Don't need to worry about looking at every single card number right away. Trying to get a separate card pile going for each card, because that would take up an immense amount of room. And we do not want to do that if we do not have to. So that's just kind of like a basic start to how I do it. And I will continue this process until I got all the cards sorted that I want to get sorted. So I got another Taki, Maxi, Yoshimitsu, Ivy. Just kind of a easy way to get things sorted. If you're doing Magic, you'd first want to sort by color, and then I think it goes alphabetically in the color, and then it goes all non-color specific lands at the end of the, and colorless at the end, so I think that's how it works in Magic, if I can recall correctly. Pokemon, it goes by elemental type, so that's pretty easy to figure out, with trainers and item cards at the end, I believe. And then at the very end, they have the secret rare cards, like the full arts, and all that good stuff. Yeah, right there. Yu-Gi-Oh could be a bit different. The new ones are pretty easy to sort. It goes by monsters, and then it goes by extra deck monsters, and then spell, trap, and then there's like the last 20 cards of the set are always completely random. So, because I think that 10 of them are TCG exclusives, and 10 of them are cards that were brought over from the OCG that were exclusive to them, and then they reprinted them over here. It's something weird like that. So yeah, this is just kind of an easy way to get things sorted. Sometimes it does take a while, depending on the bulk of the set. And for anybody who opens up trading cards, this is something that it just comes with the territory. I kind of enjoy it, it kind of relaxes me. I get to look at the cards, have fun looking at them. Nightmare and Siegfried are kind of similar, so I'm going to put them close to each other to see exactly how that breaks down. And as the piles kind of get sliding around, I do readjust them. Sometimes cards do end up in the wrong pile. That could just be me placing them in the wrong pile. Me just misreading what character it is, because sometimes it does have multiple characters and it's like, I'm not sure. I usually try to check the number if that's the case. The collector's number, I should say. And then it could usually be solved pretty quickly from there on out. I know this is probably pretty boring for you, but I enjoy doing this. Gives me a chance just to kind of relax, look at all the cards from the set, see which ones I enjoy the most, and relive just how cool the artwork is from this particular set. Man, I love Soul Calibur. Whoop, that ended up in the wrong pile. Mitsurugi, very cool. That's probably an Ivy card, isn't it? I've been putting it in the Taki pile. Oh well. We'll get it all sorted out. Alright. We are getting relatively far in. Oh, keep on putting it in the wrong pile. There we go. Get it right. One of the hardest card sets to actually sort is Legend of the Five Rings, because it works off of a running total. It resets every time that they do a reset for their card game, and it doesn't have a set symbol anywhere on the card, so it makes it really, really annoying to figure out what card goes where when you're doing, or to figure out what card belongs to what set when you're sorting it all out. Naruto also does a running total with their card game. And what I mean by running total is the cards, the first set will be 1 through 40. And then the next set, it won't start over at 1, it'll be 41 through 80 or whatever. So, when it does a running total, it kind of messes with the particular card and makes it kind of difficult to figure out where certain cards belong. Thankfully, Naruto does have a set symbol for each card, and it's really cool. Some of the set symbols are really awesome. Zalazamel, Ivy, we're getting toward the end of the basic of the sorting. And I'm kind of excited about that, because this is, I get to show you the next step. Trust me, it may look like a mess right now, but it'll all come together at the end. And some of you are probably freaking out like, no, you don't do it that way, you're ruining the cards. This is the way I do it, this is the way I've always done it, so. And to be honest, Universal Fighting System cards probably won't hold a ton of value in the future. So if they get a couple nicks here or there, probably won't hurt them too much. As long as I get the best ones I can for my collection, that's all that matters. Because nobody that I've seen wants to trade for Universal Fighting System cards. Which is a shame, because this game is really fun. Has just franchises. I can't believe how many franchises they got in. They just released a Yu Yu Hakusho set, which is amazing. And I would like to do an opening of that in the near future. Universal Fighting is really just a good franchise. Shame it doesn't get near as much publicity or recognition as some of the other card games out there. Or as I like to call the big three. You got the big three, which is Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Magic, and then you got everything else. Alright. So I have the basics broken down. Now, Universal Fighting System, how it does collector number-wise. So after you sort it by character, it goes by character's name alphabetically. So I always like to start with the last name, or, yeah, the last on the list, and then work my way up. It makes it a lot easier to sort and stack that way. So Zelda's Zamelt will obviously be the last one in the set. So this card is 103. Now, I don't know if it goes by alphabetical. It might be. 103, 106. I just kind of break it down, get the cards sorted out. Alright, so Zelazamel has 3 cards, and I have the character card. So then it's pretty simple. I just go through, check the card's number. It's 103, if it wants to focus. And then the next card here is 104. And then this card right here is 106. Zelazamel will be on top, as the character card is the very first card, obviously, in a character's set. Going in alphabetical order, the next one, it should be Yoshimitsu. He should be the next to last. And then I will sort his cards out. I'm guessing each character probably has 3 different cards that are normal or common. And then the character card itself. Some characters have much more than that. Alright, so let's see this guy. We got 94, 98, and 97. 94, 87, so we'll move this guy in the middle. a Yoshimitsu on top. And then we got the next part of our stack. Very good. Very simple. So up next, probably Zingu here. I think she has more than 3, if I recall correctly. I think I've seen more than 3 different types of cards from her. I am correct. There's at least 4. Not all characters will have the same amount of cards. Some will have more rares dedicated to them. Some will have more ultra rares dedicated to them. I think it all depends on the popularity of the character. So we got 83, 85, 86. So 83, 56, so that worked out well. And then this one is 80, 89, so that'll be at the end. And then the character will go right on top. Pretty simple. Let's see. So Taki would be next in this particular line if we're doing it this way. Now this one I think is an Ivy card. Yeah, this one's an Ivy card. I accidentally put it in the Taki aisle, so that was my bad. Is this the Taki? Yeah. So Taki actually has 5 different cards dedicated to her. Taki was a pretty popular character, so I can understand that. And then her character card. Alright, so we've got 74, 76, 80, 81, and 79. So this will go right in the middle of the 2 sets. Just like that, and our stack grows taller. Where there's Taki, with Taki at the forefront. So let's see, next would be Siegfried, no, Sofita. Alright. Some people would also advise to wear gloves. I say gloves are a little bit extreme, unless you're sorting very high value cards. I don't think you would need gloves in most cases, unless if you're opening up a booster pack or booster case of like Alpha Beta Unlimited from Magic the Gathering, yes, you definitely want to use gloves there. But when you're opening or sorting cards from more, especially recent sets of any card game, you don't need gloves. So Sofita has 5 cards as well. So we will just start to grab them and see which ones we have. So we got 70 and 68, 71, 65, and 72. So that worked out pretty well. put Sofita on top, and you move to the next stack. Now Siegfried and Nightmare, I'm actually going to sort them at the same time because a lot of their cards looked very similar. They are the same character, just one's consumed by darkness. So we will do that right now. And besides, they should fall right next to each other in the card game, so that works out really nice for us. Now, in this particular card game, for sets that have starter sets or starter decks, it is included in the total, and they will still sort it by character names. So you may have gaps in this particular set. Does not have a starter set, but you may have gaps if you don't get the starter set and you just get a booster box. Just a fair warning on that. All right. So this one's 54. This one's 61. This one's 62. This one is 59. Uh, 51. 49. And 53. Wow. So I actually got that right. I'm very happy about that. So Nightmare goes on top here, and Siegfried should go right here. Maxi, Mitsurugi, Keelix, so should be Mitsurugi next. This guy actually has quite a few cards, if I sorted it correctly. Nope, that one was not Max or Mitsurugi. This way, if you make a mistake, it's pretty easy to fix too. Is that Keelix or is that Mitsurugi? I think that's actually Keelix, now that I look at it. It is, okay. Doesn't that kind of look like Mitsurugi, though? I don't know. Did I get 2 cards? Okay, it felt like 2 cards. There we go. Okay. So Mitsurugi has 5 cards, but I don't have his character cards, so I don't have that as a topper. We got 42 and 45. 44. 38. And 43. So 42, 43, 44, 45. Not gonna lie, Mitsurugi's cards looked very similar to one another. He's in this very, like, warrior, like, victorious warrior-like state, which is nothing wrong with that. It just could have done a little bit of different variation to his card layout. So, Maxi should be next. I never cared for Maxi too much. Always had a friend who was super cheap with him. But then again, I can't say too much because I was super cheap with Raphael. So, it's a moot point. You never cared much for Raphael, so I can understand. $31, $34, and $35. Alright. So we got Maxi. Done. Our stack is growing, and it's all sorted by numerical number. We're getting close to the end of the numerical count, and that is awesome. Keelik has a lot of cards, surprisingly. Keelik was kind of the, what I like to call, newer player character. His long reach kind of helped out a lot of newer players, and if you were good with him, you could be really, really potent. Let's see, we got 27, 26, 25, so that works out well. 22 is, oh, if this is 23, that'd be perfect. Okay, 22 and 20. We reach the lovely Ivy. And I just happened to have those all sorted because I put them in the wrong pile, so that worked out well for us. Ivy could be very potent in the game if you were good with her. Especially in, I think, what was it, 2? Was it 2 or 3? Or... There was one game that she could do some crazy, crazy high attack combos with. So Ivy has 4 plus her character card. Now the cool thing about Universal Fighting System is in the later versions, no character card is actually rare. They do have promo ones, but all of them are uncommon or low, or all of them are uncommon, which is very nice. So this is 14, this is 18. This is 11. And doesn't this look like the opening to Castlevania? But instead of Simon, you have, or a Belmont member, you have Ivy. And this is 16. And with that, that makes Ivy complete. And that just leaves our final character. He only has 3 cards, so that made it pretty easy. 8, 9, 4, and the character card completes it. So with that, we have actually sorted the entire stack of Universal Fighting System Soul Calibur 6 trading cards, common and uncommon. So that just leaves these ones to be sorted, and that should take almost no time. Let's see, Metsi, Mitsurugi. The character weapons, that's going to be a bit tougher to figure out. So these ones, since there's much fewer of them, I typically just go straight to the number. So 29, 40, 75, 60, 102, 15, 99, 66, 107, 33, 96, 36, 3, 12, 67, 6, 90, and 52 to end the set. Alright, so that got all the rare cards sorted. The ultra rares take absolutely no time at all, as there's only 6 of them per box. 95, 58, 77, 92, 5, and 84. Now what? And of course the promo card. This particular one is actually the very last one in the set, so it makes it very easy to sort. Now before I leave, I do want to share with you something kind of funny that I found in this particular set when I was sorting them, or looking through them the other day. This card right here, Cleansed by Blood, it's hollow, but it's labeled an uncommon. I don't know if this is a misprint and it's supposed to be a rare, or if somehow an uncommon slot got put on a rare sheet. But yeah, this particular card is hollow. If this is a misprint, this is an awesome misprint, but it was in the rare slot. I did not get an extra rare from the set, so I don't know what to call that. With all that said, this has been Booster Box Buster, sharing with you how I sort and organize my trading cards after I open a booster box. If you guys would like to see how I put them in the binder, let me know in the comments down below. Until then, this is Booster Box Buster, signing out.